Hey friend, welcome to Breaking Free, 14 Days to Food Peace. This is a real conversation for the woman who's tired of starting over, afraid of food, and ready to feel like herself again. See, in this series, it's going to speak to the woman who's tried it all. She's tracked it all, and she feels like she's losing the battle with food, her body, and herself. Does that sound familiar? I'm Cassie Covey. I'm a coach, a mom, and a former all or nothing perfectionist who's finally stopped living by food rules and started listening to her body. See, in this 14-day series, we're talking about what really keeps women stuck: the shame, the spirals, the mindset, the habits, and how to break free without another diet or reset or, starting over every Monday. See here, each episode is short, honest, and designed to speak directly to the part of you that's exhausted, but not done. Let's get into it. Hey friend, this is episode 14. One cookie didn't ruin your progress. Welcome back to Breaking Free, a series for women who are done starting over, tired of letting food define their worth, and ready to build a peaceful, lasting relationship with your body and your habits. See, today's episode is for the woman who ate the cookie and immediately thought, well, I blew it. If you've ever let that one snack, like one off-plan meal, one skipped workout, derail your whole week, this episode right here is for you. Because here's what I need you to hear. That cookie, it didn't ruin anything, but the story that you told yourself about it, it ruined it. So let's talk about it. This is a voice in your head that says, I was doing so good, and then I messed up. Like, I might as well start over Monday. Sound familiar? How many Mondays have you said that? If I can't do it perfectly, what's the point? This is an all or nothing thinking. And it's sneaky. It's very sneaky because it feels like self-discipline. But it's actually self-sabotage. Because if one bad, quote, bad food means you failed, you're always one bite away from quitting. You hear that? Let it sink in. And when the bar is set to perfection, anything less than perfect becomes a reason to give up. So here's the truth. Write this down. One cookie, one donut, one late night snack. It doesn't erase all the nourishing meals, all the water that you drank, all the workouts you did, or the growth that you've made. Progress is not that fragile. One choice isn't a verdict. It's a choice. You don't need to punish yourself. You don't need to burn it off. You don't need to start over. You just need to keep going. See, I used to believe that little snack that I would have, it canceled out all my hard work. Like if I had something off plan, it would spiral. I'd feel like a failure. And by the end of the night, I'd convince myself that the day was ruined. So I might as well just finish that whole bag of chips that I started, But you know what I've learned? That those chips, they weren't the problem. The shame I attached to it, that was the problem. See, now I know that chips, they're just chips. It doesn't mean I'm weak. It doesn't mean I failed. It just means I ate the chips. That's it. Like I ate them. So here's a powerful shift. What if that moment wasn't a mistake? But what if it was information? Like maybe you were under eating earlier and your body needed energy. Maybe you were emotionally drained and needed support. Maybe it was simply something you wanted, and that's okay. When you looked at those moments as data, not drama, okay? When you looked at them as data, you took you out of the equation. You took your feelings out of the equation. You stopped making it mean something about your identity. You can ask, what led to that moment? What do I want to do differently next time? How can I respond with compassion instead of control? That's how you build self-trust, my friend. So let's talk about this. So food neutrality, meaning that there are no good or bad foods. They're just foods. That doesn't mean you never care about what you eat. It means food isn't loaded with a moral meaning. You're not good for eating a salad. You're not bad for eating a dessert. You're simply eating, nourishing, responding, and choosing again, over and over and over again. In practice, it looks like this: having the cookie, then making your next nourishing meal without guilt, listening to your body instead of your food tracker, letting satisfaction and support both of them be a part of your plan. Neutrality is freedom because it makes space for the real life, for your real life, where you are right now in the season that you're in, not just the curated version that we think we're supposed to live. If you're done letting perfection control your progress, if you're ready to stop restarting every time you're human, if you want to finally feel free around food, welcome and thanks for listening. So you don't need to start over. You just need to take your next step and let it be imperfect. Like right now where you are in this season, step imperfectly. It's okay. You're not the sum of your food choices. You are not behind. You are not failing. You're just human. And that means sometimes you eat the chips. You eat the cookie. So eat it with joy. Keep going with grace. And build a life where one bite never breaks your belief in yourself. If this episode helped you shift your mindset, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like save it, listen to it again, and come find me on Instagram because I'd love to hear about your story and how your mind has shifted and how things have changed. So until next time, remember, progress isn't about perfection. It's about choosing again. If this episode hit home, take a second to breathe. So you're not broken. You're not failing. You're just stuck in a system that was never meant to support women like you. Like women carrying the weight of everyone else while trying to hold themselves together. I want to help you change that. So DM me the word weekend on Instagram and I'll send you a resource, a next step, or just a reminder that you're not doing this alone. And if you know another woman who needs to hear this, forward her this episode. Like share it with her, send it to her, screenshot it, put it in your stories. Let her know that she's not alone either. I'll see you tomorrow for the next truth that you didn't know you needed.